Do you need, or even just would like, encouragement? And somebody rooting for you in your corner? That's what I thought, sis. Well, I'm here to encourage, uplift, talk self-health, and sometimes even fashion, because this is confident, curvy, and chic. Well, hello, beautiful. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. I'm your girl, Taylor, and this is Confidence, Curvy, and Chic. And here on this channel, I'm on a journey to my best self. Yes, my best self. And what that means is I need to take the love of God and let it manifest and stir some things up on the inside of me so that I can put my best foot forward, my best me. And if that is something you want to tap into, that is something you want to do for yourself, then definitely hit that like and subscribe button below to join the family. Today, I just wanted to answer one of the biggest questions that I have gotten since I lost all of this weight. If you are new here, then of course you don't know, but let me just tell you, I have lost over 100 pounds. Crazy to even still say that, right? I have lost over 100 pounds. At my heaviest, I was literally pushing 300. I think it was like 295. So anywhere between 290 and 300, okay? Sis was overweight. Doctors call me obese. They can call me what they wanted to call me. They can say what they wanted to say, but I knew who I was. I knew what I wanted. I knew what I was doing, right? And the question that I get asked is, how has your confidence changed? Or how has your health in general changed since losing all that weight? So we're just going to tap into that question real quick. Taylor, as a big girl, had so much confidence in herself and what she could do and who she was involving herself around on a day-to-day basis, who she was loving, who she was caring for, who she was appreciative of. Like, she had that girl confidence, okay? She had that girl confidence. I was that girl. It didn't matter who you were or what you were talking about. You could say whatever you wanted to say to me, but on the inside, I knew who I was. I was okay with me. I was in love with me. Fat and all, okay? That was the healthy side of Taylor that people got to see. But on the inside, truly on the inside, internally, I knew I wanted to make some changes. I knew that this wasn't the life that I wanted to continue to live, and I knew that I had to make a change, and the change needed to happen soon and very soon before I continued down this road. Because if I continued down this road, ain't no telling what sis was going to look like. Ain't no telling how sis was going to continue to act. Ain't no telling, right? And for my sake, for my children's sake, for my husband's sake, for the Lord's sake, overall, I knew I needed to make a change. And in knowing I needed to make that change, a lot had to happen. And in that a lot, the changes were rough. The changes are still rough. The changes are still a struggle most days because it's new, because it's different, because it's uncomfortable. So even though I'm becoming healthier in the sense of I'm more aware of who I am, and I'm more aware of what's actually happening around me, of what people are actually saying, and connecting the dots from conversations that we actually had earlier on. And all of that at one time can be a bit much. All of that at one time, seeing clearer what you have actually been going through and the things you actually have been saying to yourself and to other people, and realizing that they weren't truly as healthy as you perceive them to be. It's a struggle, right? Because I'm thinking I'm healthy. I'm thinking I'm that girl. I'm thinking I am awesome. I am beautiful. And I am comfortable with who I am. But in reality, I shouldn't have been. In reality, I was eating to eat. In reality, I wasn't eating to live. I was eating to eat. I just love to eat. I mean, I still now love to eat, but I also now have more self-control to tell myself, sis, you just ate. You don't need to eat anything else. You don't need a snack. You don't need to munch. You don't need to do any of that right now. You're okay. You're fine. Or even the changes as far as what I'm eating. It's not a lot of rice, pasta, and bread anymore. It's a bunch of fruits and vegetables, honey instead of sugar, all the water and no juice simply because I know better, right? That's the food changes that I had to take. Those were the easier changes. Those are the ones where I had to tell myself physically, I can see it physically, you can't eat all this sugar anymore. You can't drink all this sugar anymore. All of this fat is killing you. It's doing so much to your organs. Your knees are starting to give out, sis, and you're about to turn 30. Like, we can't be doing any of this stuff anymore. We have to make a change. You might be a dancer. You might be feeling a little bit good about yourself, but let's be real, let's be honest. Changes need to happen, and these are some of the changes that need to happen. So what are you going to do about it? I had to have the self-control. I had to have the patience with myself. I had to be obedient to what I was saying I was going to do to actually get to the goal that I wanted to get to, and that is how I was here today. But that was only the food, right? So internally in your mind, how were you feeling? And told you, I believed I was that girl. I believed that I was doing just fine. I believed I know who I am. I care about who I am. And if you don't care about me, if you don't like how I am being or acting, then you can leave. I really don't care. Like, that's who I was. I really don't care. And now, sometimes I still feel like I really don't care, but I'm actually listening. I don't care, but I'm going to listen. I'm going to take your opinion into consideration. I'm going to actually hear you out. I'm going to be patient with you in your time of need. Because if you're slandering me, if you're cutting me, if you're saying words to me that's going to actually try your best at hindering who I am, clearly there's something else going on with you, right? So maybe you just need some prayers. Maybe you need the patience and the grace and that extended mercy so that you can feel loved in this moment. Maybe you actually need me more than you believe that you are needed by me, because something else is going on right now. But that's me having patience now with other people, right? I have it all the time, but that's me now having patience with other people instead of just automatically cutting you off because you have different views than I have. I'm actually sitting here listening, trying to understand your side, trying to understand your point of view, trying to understand, is there something in this that I really can take apart and dissect for myself in what you're saying, or do I need to really dissect this and help you out, sis? Like, what is it really? But that's me actually taking the time to process instead of just cutting you off and throwing you out into the street, because that's who I was before, right? That's me showing more compassion. That's me showing more love. That's healthy. That is true health, right? Not just cutting people off to cut people off because they just disagree with you, but actually wanting to be patient with people and actually wanting to extend that grace with people and actually extend that love towards people that truly need it, and realizing that they actually need you in those moments instead of you fighting them back. That's real health. And it was been a struggle to get there too. I ain't gonna lie, it's been a struggle to get where I am today, but that's true health. And the way I determine the healthier sides of me to the unhealthy sides of me is the actual change and shift and reformation that God is truly working on the inside of me. It's the conviction, sis. It's the conviction. It's the now you know better. Now you know you need to get up and go take this shower. Now you know you need to say you're sorry. Now you know you shouldn't say these words you are now thinking inside of your head. Let's reword this. Let's rephrase this so that we can actually extend kindness. So that we can actually extend love through our words. Not always through your actions, but through your words as well. People need it. And when I see that people are giving it to me in my time of need as well, in the moment it might be like, that's not the reaction I wanted. So now I'm confused and confuddled and sitting there in disbelief or upset because I didn't get the reaction that I wanted to receive. But then later on, it's still going to be processing in my mind. It's not going to be on a back burner. It's not going to be put off to the side. It's going to be right here in the front. Like, why didn't that go the way I wanted it to go? Oh, because of this. You thought you were slandering somebody, but in reality, they turned around and showed you your own behind. And that's that. They showed you your own behind because they showed you the love that you needed in that moment, that you were actually searching for, but didn't know how to ask for it. And sometimes people need that. They need the love that they're searching for and don't know how to ask for it. And realizing that is so healthy and will do so much for you internally, because then you begin to realize it's not always me. Just because they're acting that way towards me, it's not actually me. Something's actually going on with you. Something needs to be prayed over. Something needs to be talked about and unloaded off of you and your spirit so that you can continue on with your own personal journey. But you have to realize and accept that as well. And sis, it is hard. Trust me, it is hard. But when you realize that and when you actually extend that, you will become healthier and healthier each and every single day. You'll be able to have more patience. You'll be able to extend the kindness. You'll be able to extend the grace. You'll be able to love each and every person that you come past, because we all just need love. We all just need love. I almost hit this old lady in Costco. I know I'm veering off for a second, but it's gonna make sense in a second. I almost hit this old lady inside of Costco. If you ever been to Costco, then you know it is like going into crazy traffic, right? Like literally crazy traffic. Everybody's got a shopping cart and don't know how to drive it. That's what it's like. And this lady came out of the daggone aisle. I mean, old lady, like fragile. She came out of absolutely nowhere. No cart, just her little wallet in her arm like this, and she's walking. And I'm like, oh, excuse me. And she said, oh no, it's fine. You're okay. And she came and she rubbed her hand against my hand. Like, baby, it's okay. You're fine. Just breathe. Might need to slow down, but just breathe. You're okay. I'm okay. Nothing happened. And she gave me this smile of encouragement as well. And I felt so much love in that moment. So even though my mind was swirling, I was frustrated because I had to be in Costco in general. And I'm in there at a time that I don't like being in there. Because if you don't go to Costco just before they open, and I mean, when they open, the parking lot is full. But if you don't go there at that opening time, the rest of them hours, you just dealing with who you gonna end up seeing, okay? Because it's gonna be crazy people. It's gonna be a Walmart kind of people. It's gonna be Target kind of people. It's gonna be PJ's kind of people. It's gonna be mall kind of people. It's gonna be all different kinds of people that go up in there. And I'm only naming those stores because if you know, then you know, sis. That's all different types of people, okay? All different types of people. You're gonna run into every single body, and you're probably gonna run into somebody that you absolutely know. And I wasn't trying to go through all of that, but that hand touch and that smile was everything for me in those moments, because it happened at the beginning of my shopping trip that day, and she was able to help me to calm my spirit down, to really breathe, and to feel accepted, and to feel loved by a daggone stranger. It was a stranger. She extended grace and kindness towards me. Grace and kindness towards me, and that's all I needed in that moment. It was so much love in that split second that it shifted the rest of my day. The rest of my days. This happened almost 2 weeks ago, and I'm still talking about it. You have to be able to extend that grace. You have to be able to extend that kindness, because you don't know who needs it. You don't know what's swirling around people's minds each and every single day. You don't know what's going on internally with somebody. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know what they're going through. Life isn't just about you. If we carry on thinking that we are the main characters of our lives every single day, every single moment, then nobody else is going to truly matter. You have to see it as we are all here together. We are all here as one. You literally have to be unified in some sort of way so that we can coexist together and actually love being apart. If you show that kindness, if you show that grace, if you show that love in just the simplest ways, just a hand touch, just a smile, it can show that you care, even though you don't know what's going on. It can show that they are okay. You are okay. No matter what either of us are going through, we are okay. We are still loved. We are still cared for. We are still beautiful inside and out. But that's it. That's all, guys. That's all I have for you today. I just wanted to let you know that I am becoming healthier as this journey goes on, but for so many more reasons other than the weight loss itself. But if you've lost so much weight, or even just a little bit of weight, what changes have you seen internally? Because it's not just the outward appearance. It's not just, oh, I now can fit a size 8 instead of a size 22. Like, that's not what it's all about. Yes, you look different, but how are you changed on the inside as well? Because you had to go through a lot in order to get there. It was a complete journey. So what changed you in your journey? Answer that for me in the comments below. But also, don't forget to stay confident, be curvy, and chic. Peace.